Hey guys, it's Retrohead here, and welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to try something very different, but something that I think that might be quite interesting. And that is looking at CEX prices compared to about a year and a half ago to now. Obviously I've had my channel for quite a long time and I started it about a year and a half ago. And I've got lots of old CEX footage that I wanted to compare the prices of today. Some of the games have gone up, some of the games have gone down, but I think you'll be really surprised with how the prices have been going over the years. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please subscribe to my channel Retrohead, as I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers and would absolutely love to reach that goal. But without further ado, let's check out some of these prices. Here is the first store and here is the Wii U section. So let's pause the video here and have a look at Minecraft on the Wii U. This game on the 23rd of August 2023 was £8 in CEX and it is still currently £8 now. Moving on down, if you watch the channel you'll know I love collecting GameCube, so let's have a look at a GameCube game. So just moving along here, luckily quite a lot of these prices are faced out, and let's have a look at Shadow the Hedgehog on the GameCube. As you can see here, it's £28. And it is now currently £42 in CEX, which is an absolutely massive increase. Next up we have another CEX, and here we have Spider-Man on the NES. This game is currently £58, and I know you can't tell back then whether it's with or without manual, but without manual it's now £45, and with manual out of stock at CEX is £65. So that game on average has stayed pretty much the same value. Moving along in this glass cabinet here, let's have a look at Zelda 4 Swords Adventures on the GameCube. This is the copy of the game that is unboxed but with the link cable. They had it priced up at £100 and it is now £95 in CEX. So that game has actually gone down in value a little bit, which for me personally is quite a relief, as I'm looking to pick that game up in the near future. Another CEX, and this time I want to look at a console. So just in this cabinet here we have absolutely loads, and I'll pick a red Nintendo 3DS XL. On the 19th of March 2024 they priced this up at £190 in box condition, but now on CEX currently it's £230. Which is a big markup, and these 3DS consoles for a long time now have been very desirable. Here we have another CEX, and this one has definitely got some very insane prices. Good ones at that. So here we are looking in the window. I'm actually going to leave in this whole CEX trip, as there was such good retro in here. Some of the prices haven't changed too much, some of them definitely have. But I am actually going to leave in the whole CEX trip, just because I want to show you how much good stuff was in here. I don't think I've seen a CEX with this good retro for a long time. But just looking in the glass cabinets here, let's look for a game that we can pick. So I'm going to pick Silent Hill Shattered Memories on the PSP. As you can see, they were selling it for £50 and it is now an £85 game, which is absolutely crazy. Like, that is a huge percentage increase. Now here we are moving on to a section that I've been wanting to show you, and that is the PS2 section. And this is definitely one that has seen some big price increases. So just before I show you some price increases, I'm pretty sure nearly every single one of these games had the manual. And that is because this is when CEX and Bury St Edmunds first opened. They sent all of their good retro to this store. So it was absolutely full of really nice complete condition retro games. So all of the prices I'm about to show you for the PS2 will be boxed with manual prices. So let's look at some prices. So as you can see, Silent Hill 4 The Room here is £38, it is now £65. Next up, and this is one of the most crazy ones, Project Zero 3 with manual at the time was £90, and it's now £160, which is nearly double of what they were charging before. And finally, we have Shadow Hearts on the PS2, was £55 and now £85. I'm not going to show you all of these games here, a lot of them, the others have gone up as well, but as you can see, the PS2 is getting very collectible. As I said, I want to leave more of this CEX hunt in, as there was so much good stuff here. So I would like to pause the video just here and look at Clock Tower and Suikoden 2 on the PS1. These games have both gone up so much in value, and they're expensive at the time. So let's start off with Clock Tower. As we can see, it's clearly marked without manual price at £210. It is now out of stock £295 in CEX. And Suikoden 2 on the right there is clearly marked with manual boxed at 185, and it is now a £250 game. Wow, if only we knew at the time. It was good to see that PS1 The Grand Stream Saga had only gone up by £2. Bomberman Hardball is a really fun PS2 game I picked up at the time for only £3, and it's still only a £5 in CEX, so I'd definitely recommend this one. That was CEX Bury St Edmunds at the time, a great selection of so many games. But now let's head to another CEX and check out the prices there. So here I am in CEX in Norwich, and this is on the 7th of May 2024. And there was a copy of Splatterhouse just there, and that was £75. And that has just gone down to 70 on CEX, so that's good to see a few games going down in value. They had Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door on the GameCube for £90. That game has gone down in value quite a lot because of the Switch remake that has been released. So again, it's good to see these retro games going down in value. Obviously it's exciting when you pick up a game for like a tenner and then it then goes up to like £30 in value. But if retro games keep going down in value, they'll be much easier and cheaper to pick up to add to our collections. Donkey Kong Country has gone up in value quite a lot quite recently. It was £32 complete in box, and it's recently gone up to £45. I remember seeing this, and this was so cool. This N64 Clear Blue is actually boxed, but it didn't have the box on display. But this has actually gone down in value by £20, which is pretty good to see. I just thought I'd leave the GameCube section in this video for you, as I know quite a lot of GameCube collectors watch my videos. This was a pretty good section in the Norwich CEX today. And as this was quite a long time ago, no reprinted covers, which is a very good thing to see. But I just want to talk about that game on the right. WarioWare Incorporated is an absolutely great GameCube game, a great one to play with friends, and it is still only £22, which I know isn't cheap, but for a Wario game on GameCube, I think that is a pretty good price. So that was the section all about the prices, but at the end of this video I just want to talk about CEX, whether I think it's overpriced, underpriced, and how good CEX actually is for retro game collecting. So as you can see by just a few games there, but this is the same really all across the board. The prices have gone up, but not quite as much as I would expect for some of the games. I think PS1 and PS2 collecting are both going to get very expensive in the future, but I think consoles like the Game Boy, the NES and that are going to stay around what they are and hopefully not go up too much. I'm sure they will go up over the years as these games get older and older. My worry is that people will start to think of these old games as more antiques, which really worries me for the pricing. But obviously you can't tell, that's not going to happen for absolutely years yet, so we'll just have to see what happens in the years to come. For the PS3, Xbox 360, that sort of era, you couldn't really take much notice of the prices that I include in this video, just because they're going up and down so much. But the main question is, do I think personally CEX is a good thing for retro game collecting in the UK? And I think absolutely yes. Obviously people say you'd find so much more at car boots and charity shops if it weren't for CEX, but I just think people would trade more into other shops and if not put their own stuff on eBay. The reason why it's getting harder and harder to find stuff at car boots and charity shops and stuff like that is just people know what this stuff is worth now. Don't get me wrong, CEX definitely are not perfect, and I've had my issues with them, and I know so many of you other people have had issues with them too, but I do think they are a good thing for retro game collecting in the UK. And also, if you look at like 10 games on CEX and 10 games on eBay and average the price out, eBay will probably come out as more money just because CEX do price their games pretty well. And also with the cash and voucher price of being able to trade in, you can also get these games quite a bit cheaper if you like know what you're doing with trading in and stuff. And CEX do make it quite easy for you to trade in, you know, games, phones, tablets, controllers, anything like that. So I do think CEX are a good thing for retro game collecting in the UK. But as always, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, please subscribe to our channel Retrohead, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!